What's up guys, Space Rain here. Today we are gonna be looking at some PvP. And of course today I chose to play on North American server to see how the meta was over there. And I feel like in North American server a lot of people goes for robo. They either go for robo blink or just blink and then on one base. So it was kind of difficult to say what to do, but I think adept opening is really good because they often expand, pretty often actually. It's really rare they go for blink all in, but when they do, it's really easy to scout with the adepts because then you don't see any Nexus and then you just build a robo and defend. But anyways, in this replay I'm going to show you guys how to scout and how to play safe and see what they're doing. So the build order is 14 pylon, 16 gate, 16 gas, 17 second gas, 19 second gateway, and as soon as the gateway is finished, we're going to build a cyber core, always. Every game you play, you should always build a cyber core as soon as your gateway is finished, unless you're going for a really quick Nexus. So we are going to scout after the 2 gateways, and then as soon as the cyber core is finished, we're going to be building 2 adept, mothership core, delay the warp gate a little bit, and then build the warp gate when we have the gas. So the Stargate is going to be really quick because of the adept only costs 25 gas. So the Stargate is going to be our main priority when it comes to unit production, which means we're not going to build any robo. And of course the Dark Shrine is of course always a threat, but we're not going to care for that because as you can see, when you scout for the mothership core, you should just look around and see, alright, he have a robo, he's going for an Nexus, and you gotta make sure to respond immediately. Like let's say he had a twilight, then we were immediately gonna drop a robo ourselves. Anyways, and this is how you don't harass. You don't go into double photon overcharge. Just stay in the corner and deny mining instead of losing your army like that. So that is the main goal with the adept and phoenixes. You scout, you see everything, and then you stay in the corner and recall back once the stalkers are attacking you. But I kind of misplayed that a little bit. It's pretty hard to control with delay. Anyways, back to the build order. We go for a Nexus as soon as we have 16 probes on the middle line and 3 on each gas. And we only have 2 adepts and a mothership core as units. Then we go for the Nexus. And we build phoenixes as soon as possible. When we have 3 phoenixes in the production, we're gonna go for the robo. Because with 3 phoenixes, you can lift up a probe and kill it immediately. Because the probe have 40 HP and phoenixes deal 20 damage. So this is what's gonna happen. Harass a little bit. And of course, if he counterattacks you with a robo, that is not gonna happen too often because you're just gonna lift the immortal and then photon overcharge. So it's going to be really easy to defend. So 3 phoenixes, robo, and then you just mass phoenixes until you have 6, because 6 is a really good number. Then you always have enough for lifting, and it's not too many. I should have taken that. And it's not way too many. Of course, if you build too many phoenixes, then it's going to be difficult to fight, mostly because you're going to be delaying your blink, you're going to be delaying your immortals because you don't have the gas to build them. And that is basically it. You don't want too many, you don't want too few. So this is a cool trick. What I like to do, when I have 5 or 6, I split them into 2 and 3, and then I harass. Because it might not sound like a big deal, but if he's camping, a good player is camping with all his units in this corner over here, then it's really difficult to get some kills. But he's not going to be camping in the corner with on every single base. So anyways, the army composition you should go for is immortal, immortal and gateway units with blink. I would have built a twilight if it wasn't for this. When you see he's building phoenixes, then you don't build 2 stargates, you build 3 stargates. That is the respawn I like to do, because he usually have 2 stargates before I even put my second one, which means I need more production to keep up. So that is why I built 3 when my opponent have 2. And of course, we still produce immortals if he's going for a gateway heavy army composition, but I only saw one gateway, so that shouldn't be a problem. And let's pause the game for a little bit. Let's say he didn't go for Stargate and he just had this robo and a lot of gateways with blink. What would I do? If he didn't have a third base, it's probably smart to have a probe over here, but I scouted with my phoenixes. Anyways, let's say he didn't have a third over here, and he went for blink. Then I would have built immortals and void rays from one Stargate, of course. These Stargates wouldn't be. I would just build gateways, immortals, and void rays. Let's say he was 2 base all in. That is the response I would make. And I would make 3 pylons, because if one of them goes down, then you still got 2, and of course you have, usually you have 3 photon overcharges. You don't have 4 that often. So yeah, those are the response I like to make. Versus Blink, Void Ray Immortal, versus Stargate, triple Stargate. So that is going to be my build. And of course from here you just mask, you don't scout, because the one that has the defender's advantage has the rally point really close, which means he's going to be 1 or 2 phoenixes ahead all the time. But we are even at this point. So you can see the phoenix numbers. We were even at 7 and 8, but now I'm going to be producing more than him. And a really big note here, you have to have 1 sentry, because as I said before, phoenixes deal 20 damage, but they actually deal 10 damage twice. Which means if you have a guardian shield, you're going to be reducing 4 damage. So it's 20%. You're going to be reducing 20% of the damage. And if his phoenixes are lifting your immortal, which already have 1 armor, then you're going to be reducing 6 damage in total. So that is a really big difference if you have 1 guardian shield. So I didn't build the pylons in time because I didn't know he would push. And you can see the phoenix difference is in my favor now. If you see the Stargates, don't panic, just build 3. If you see 2, build 3. And of course if he builds 3, then I don't know what to do else. I don't think you can afford a 4th one without being behind in the early game. And this is just when you don't want to lift any units. Phoenixes have the most DPS, so don't make the mistake of lifting any stalkers. You see, I ignore the stalkers and I fight the phoenixes. This is how you should fight, because as I said before, phoenixes have the highest DPS of your main army, except for immortals when they shoot against armored units. But that's not important. If you take down his phoenixes, then you're just going to be lifting up the ground units and then kill them. So try to focus on killing the phoenixes and don't lift up any units, because that's going to take away the DPS. And of course, if your phoenixes are damaging on the stalker, which has 1 armor, then it's going to be even more damage reduced, because phoenixes only deal 5 damage versus armored, but usually armored units have 1 base armor, so it's going to be 4 damage times 2. So that's a really important note for you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys like this build order. Let me know what you guys think, and remember, if he doesn't go Stargates and he goes Blink instead, you're going to go for 1 Immortal, 1 Void Ray, and then a lot of Gateways. And of course you continuously build Immortals and Void Rays. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys like this replay, and I'll see you guys in 2 days.